I'm Alexandra Puson.
And I'm Alvaro Ortega.
Welcome to Spartan TV News.
Today our top story focuses on morals, ethics, and our core values in relation to Nelson Mandela.
The core values are an essential part of our community as Country Day strives to teach students what's right and what's wrong.
These values help guide us throughout school and also beyond the school walls.
Without further ado, we will now show you a piece made by Zach Geddes, Alessandro Marcassani, and Philip Kassab about Nelson Mandela and how he embodied the MCDS core values.
Nelson Mandela was a South African civil rights activist, politician, philanthropist, and the first black president in a segregated country. He was in prison for 27 years for meeting with the South African Communist Party, and when he was released from custody, he put his feelings aside for the love of his country. Mandela embodies the MCDS core values: honor, wisdom, respect, and compassion.
My daughter has moved to South Africa. She married a young man who is from Cape Town, and they live in Johannesburg with their baby.
How do you think Nelson Mandela embodied the MCDS core values?
In every move that he made, he never, ever hurt anyone in terms of respect. He always valued the opinions of his opponents even, and was willing to work with them and work with anybody in the system, in the country, to achieve that equality. And the main idea was respect.
What impact did Nelson Mandela have on South Africans?
When he was finally allowed to leave prison, he wasn't going to try and make others suffer. He saw his own suffering as a means of learning how to help people not suffer. And so that was a tremendous amount of compassion that we try to exercise here at Country Day. To me, he represents so totally that truth and respect as the dean of so many of our activities here. And I am very excited to know that Nelson Mandela has not just made a difference in South Africa, but all over the world.
Though Mandela has passed, his words still carry on and his lessons will never be forgotten.
And his message of freedom has forever changed the world.
Our next segment we like to call A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.
Our reporter, Julian Schultz, tells it in less than 200.
It was a regular Wednesday morning like any other in downtown Manhattan. Carrying coffee in the latest issue of the New York Times, people rushed to work, hoping to avoid the imminent traffic that strikes downtown New York every day. However, one thing on this Wednesday morning differed from all others. A middle-aged man, sporting nothing else but a pink Speedo and a flowery hat, rode a bicycle down 79th Street, shocking New York residents and causing many to give him disgusted looks. One New York resident, James Worthington, who was watching all this happen, told me, "I can't believe this guy. Nobody wants to see that. Here I am walking my wife and kids down 79th to our favorite bakery, and we have to see this. It's a disgrace to the city and to the people of New York, and I don't like it." Honest, yet powerful words on the subject. I'm sure many of us here in New York are feeling the same way. I asked the man on the bicycle what spurred him to don nothing more than a hot pink Speedo and ride his bicycle around Manhattan. He replied, "I think that society isn't free enough. I'm sick of seeing young guys who should be loose and living life to the fullest wearing suits and ties all day. I just want people to see something different. I think I'm like a breath of fresh air. Everybody needs something new now and then. Besides, I look damn good like this." There you have it, folks. Although some people may not like it, the man on the bike is expressing himself and his beliefs, an American ideal we all hold very, very close.
What do you think about that guy?
Well, I think he is very expressive about his beliefs and interests.
And I love that bikini.
Well, our next piece is on MCDS alumni and how MCDS has changed their lives and what they are up to today.
There is so much more to being a Miami Country Day alum than just receiving a diploma. Miami Country Day has changed the lives of so many people. Today, we're going to introduce to you a few of our many alumni.
Simply put, I learned that I could achieve a lot of things that I never thought was possible, in particular, how to organize myself. And I feel like Miami Country Day prepared me, especially for college, and being on top of everything I need to do. Absolutely. Miami Country Day was my home away from home from 1st grade to 12th grade, and then when I came back to coach here after my first year of college, it became even more of a close place for me because of the close-knit family and atmosphere that is at Miami. Work harder on my grades. After helping many kids get into college to play sports and to receive accolades because of their academics as well as their athletics, I realized that I did not put forth as much effort as I should have when it came to the academics portion of school. I focused a lot on my athletics, made sure I was eligible, but I didn't go above and beyond, and I do regret that I didn't.
Even though 20 years have passed, the same ideas are still in place.
Probably would have tried harder in class. Probably the biggest difference between high school when I was a student versus now seeing it as a teacher, you have the number of students has increased, there are new buildings on campus, and the curriculum seems to have changed a little bit as well. When I graduated from college, I was still applying to be a teacher, and I knew Country Day had teachers and administrators that would help me out, help me look for jobs and tell me where to go. Always very friendly, very helpful. Absolutely, Country Day is a home away from home.
Miami Country Day has changed the lives of these two men, so much so that they have come back and inspired the newer versions. I'm Hector Stupanov, reporting for Spartan TV News.
For Spartan TV News, I'm Alexandra Pison.
And I'm Alroy Tega.
Thanks for watching. Cut! Woohoo!